Does size matter? Well, I've been given this Speed 400 by Triumph West London while they do something to my Speed Triple. And I have never ridden a single 400 before in my life. I've only ever ridden, since my RD250, and then I went straight out to bigger bikes. So let's jump on. Let's see what it's like. I have ridden about 2 miles to get here, just to see the thing works. And I'm quite curious to see how it handles, what it can do. Is it a valid option for somebody who has already been riding, or is it just an entry-level bike? So let's jump on and give it a whirl. Sounds nice. Nice light clutch. Oh, okay, so let's see. Straight off the bat, brakes work. We'll look at the stats and stuff in a bit, but seems to have a bit of poke. So yeah, I mean, it's 37.5 brake horsepower. One of the first things I did notice is that first gear does seem a little short, but oh, very close. I was going to go down there, not now obviously. So you can see, okay, so first runs out like literally like that, and then you've got to change up. Second, you just see it's flashing away there, so obviously not sure if I'm hitting the limiter or if it's been run in. I've got an engine light on there, but that was on there when they gave the bike to me. So I mean, here I am in 5th gear, and it's quite torquey. And 5th gear goes on for quite a while. It's comfortable, nice and upright. Almost feels like an adventure bike. Can you be lazy in the gears? Well, you shall find out. Gears feel a little bit snatchy. That could be just me getting used to it. I mean, obviously it's not got a quick shifter, so it's clutch. Oh, it's a fun little thing, this. I'm really enjoying this. Now I can see why there's so many people have been raving about it like 2 years ago when actual influencers reviewed it. It handles nice. It doesn't tip in super quick, but it's very nimble. I do like having an analog speedo. I think that's fantastic. The little LED TFT looks like something off an 1980s little handheld game. It's very, very basic, but we'll have a look a bit closer when I stop off somewhere, when we can actually look at the bike and get close up. The engine is so smooth. Let's try something. Let's go into 6th gear. Let's go down to 30 miles an hour. The fueling is, it's beautiful. It's not lumpy. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, 6th gear, 30 miles an hour. Gotta watch it here. With those roads there, I think I'd be better off with the with the scrambler version. Yes, I think this came out 2 years ago. That's when most of the reviews were. I mean, like I said, riding wise, it's relaxing, it's fun. Sounds lovely. You got the typical Triumph donkey dick. So what exactly is the Speed 400? Well, it's a 398cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, and it's actually producing 39.5 brake horsepower. It's 27.7 foot-pounds of torque. It looks like it should weigh less, but it's 170 kilos, and it's got a 790mm seat height. So the chassis and suspension, it's got 43mm upside down big piston forks with 140mm of travel. The rear suspension is also a gas monoshock RSU. It's got an external reservoir, so 300mm fixed discs on the front, 4-piston radio caliper with ABS. So it does have ABS. It doesn't have any riding aids, and it's got rear ABS as well. Fuel capacity on this beautiful looking tank, a bit dirty, is 13 litres. So whilst the Speed 400 was actually conceived and designed at the headquarters in Hinckley, it is manufactured through obviously their partnership with Bajaj Auto in India, and they're made in Thailand and their other factory in Brazil. So the controls look fairly basic. I mean, quality-wise, looks okay. As you've got a horn. We'll look at that in a second. And now passing there. Some of that big old chunky one here with just that. So your kill switch, hazard lights, and your start button. Tiny little reservoir, isn't there? It's a good looking headlight, isn't it? It's just the quality. I mean, this is a £5,000 bike. I genuinely would think that this would be at least a £6,000 or £7,000 bike. So what about owning this bike if you are an experienced rider? Little run around, Sunday blats, commuting. Perfect for commuting. Easy, fun, cheap. This isn't going to be, just for the new rider. Although, of course it is. I mean, pretty much an entry-level bike, but I could see myself owning this for like a fun little ride out. Just wanted to go down to the local cafe or something. With no effort, just fun, use the power. I mean, obviously it's Euro 5 plus quiet. This bike's only done 500 miles. I checked in the trip. That's why the rev limiter is hitting at 6,000. So I'm not going to give it the beans. It doesn't feel tiny. But here I am in fifth. 50 miles an hour, 4,000 revs. And then I open it and it pulls away. It feels a lot bigger than it is. A lot more powerful than it is. But wow. So here I am. Sixth gear. 4,000 revs. Open. Up it goes, up it goes, up it goes. It's still pulling. It's such a lovely engine. Bit of engine brake in there. Yeah, I'm down in fourth. Absolutely beautifully fueled. 30 miles an hour in sixth gear, effortless. It's not stuttering or stumbling. I'm in sixth. A little bit of a tickle. Nice. Easy, lazy bike. You could just chill. Sitting there, my back is perfectly straight. Nice wide handlebars. Oh, it's fun. So I didn't think I could even slightly enjoy a bike like this, and yet, wow, this is fun. So, does size matter? I don't think it does. So no rider aids, of course, but you do have ABS and a little simplified TFT, so you can set. So you got your odometer, your trip 1, your trip 2. Miles per gallon, so I'm currently doing 60 miles per gallon, so you're going to get a lot out of this 13.5 litre tank, aren't you? Oh no, that's the average. I'm actually doing 81 miles to the gallon at the moment. Wow. 80 miles till I need to fill up. So you're kind of running out here. Ugh. Yeah. I think first and second gear change is a little bit snatchy. A little bit of lag on that clutch, but that could just be me. It seems to be very, very happy in sixth gear. Oh, it's loving it. And you can just roll off. So you've got a bit of engine braking because it's a single. And then roll back on, no need to change. Stay there. Yeah, sixth gear is glorious. Entrance to the checkers. Oh look, that barrier wasn't there before, just like at Trafalgar Square. Do they know something? They're not telling us. I've heard issues of the kill switch turning itself off, and people wondering what's happened when their bike's stopping. Hasn't happened to me so far, but so don't take that as read. I'd be really happy to have one of these in the garage. I really would. Local rides, little cafe or something. Everything about this bike is easy. No complicated TFT, no sodding around with rider aids. You don't need it. Simple fun, and I suppose if you're learning, you don't want all of that, all those complications. if you're a new rider, which is, I presume, principally what this bike is aimed at. But as I said, I think that an experienced rider could enjoy this. Right, well that's it from me. I think I'm going to spend the day on this. Thanks for watching the video. If you got this far, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.